A team of archaeologists and experts has made a groundbreaking discovery on Peru's central coast, unearthing an ancient tomb.
Archaeologists in Peru have unearthed a well-preserved mummy that could be at least 800 years old. It was inside an underground tomb found on the outskirts of the capital, Lima. Surrounded by offerings including pots, ceramics, gourds containing vegetable remains and stone tools. The pre-Incan mummy was in a fetal position and tied with ropes.
Inside, they found a mummy, remarkably preserved, estimated to be at least 800 years old, offering a rare glimpse into the region's distant past.
Probably a local burial rite. This was archaeologist Peter van Dalen Luna on Friday.
Se trata de una momia y de un poblador.
It's the mummy of an inhabitant of the High Andean region. It was buried approximately between 800 or 1200 AD. Radiocarbon dating will give us a more accurate chronology.
Nos darán pues una cronología.
The experts carefully examined the mummy, revealing intricate burial practices and shedding light on the cultural and historical significance of this remarkable find.
It apparently belongs to the Chakya culture, a culture that developed in the mountains of Lima, in the province of Huarochirí in the late intermediate period.
Peru is home to hundreds of archaeological sites from cultures that developed before and after the Inca Empire, which dominated the southern part of South America 500 years ago.
The Catacombs of Paris, an underground network of tunnels and chambers, hold the remains of millions of people, dating back to the 18th century. As explorers venture deeper into the catacombs, they encounter walls lined with human bones and skulls, creating an eerie and haunting atmosphere. While walking through the tranquil countryside, a person stumbles upon a deep, dark hole hidden among the dry grass.
Очень опасно и нехорошо. Там дна нет. Тише, матом не ругайся. Там дна нет. Ты видишь, что здесь? Там дна нет.
The hole appears unnervingly deep, its edges worn and unstable, seemingly leading to an unknown and dangerous place, making it a potential threat to anyone nearby.
30, да, 40. Это страх, что творится. Куда-то песочку уходит, умывается, вымывается. Она обварится метров 50 будет в окружении.
During an underground survey in a dark and narrow sewer tunnel, the camera unexpectedly captures a terrifying, monstrous figure lurking in the shadows. The creature, grotesque and otherworldly, appears to be watching the surveyors from a distance, its glowing eyes briefly visible as it moves along the walls. A car enters a dark, narrow tunnel, the atmosphere immediately feeling heavy and unsettling as they drive further in. The walls of the tunnel close in, creating a claustrophobic and eerie sensation, with every turn amplifying the feeling of discomfort. The car continues its journey through the tunnel, the silence and darkness heightening the tension, leaving the passengers anxious about what might be waiting at the other end. A lone man ventures into the world's largest abandoned, insane asylum, the eerie silence overwhelming as he steps deeper into the forgotten halls.
Whoa, look at these lockers. Oh! Oh my God! Bro! What?
The atmosphere is thick with decay, strange sounds reverberating through the building, adding to the unsettling feeling that something is lurking in the shadows.
I thought those were lockers. Those are not freaking lockers. That's the morgue. We're in the Bro! Oh my God. Dude, look. Bodies. We're in there. A lot of bodies. Bro.
As he explores, the oppressive presence of the asylum grows, and the eerie stillness amplifies the haunting sensation of being watched, making each step feel more foreboding.
Bro, we found a morgue, like we really did. Oh my God, I'm so glad we kept going down here. Dude, I wonder what's through there.
Inside the dark and grim torture cell, human beings are seen hanging upside down inside large bags, their bodies contorted and motionless. One of the figures stirs violently, shaking, frantically struggling within the confines of the bag, the desperate movement sending chills through the air. Snake Island, a remote and perilous place off the coast of Brazil, is home to thousands of venomous snakes, making it one of the most dangerous locations on Earth. The island's dense jungle and isolated beaches hide the lethal creatures, with golden lancehead vipers lurking in the trees, ready to strike at any intruder. Due to the extreme danger, access is strictly prohibited, and the island remains an eerie and untouched place, with only a few brave souls daring to venture close, making it a true natural wonder, yet a terrifying one. A man sets out alone to explore the infamous Island of the Dolls, known for its haunting atmosphere.
Well, this must be the entryway.
As he walks through the island, he sees countless old weathered dolls hanging from trees, their lifeless eyes staring.
Eyes hanging up everywhere. We've got our kid dolls, of course, babies of all shapes and sizes. They are strung up everywhere. So, what's great about this stuff is just what the natural elements did to some of these things. They're just downright horrendous. So, I'm going to wander around this island and take a look at a bit more of this stuff. First place that we came to was the museum. So, why don't we go take a peek in there?
The Lascaux caves, discovered in 1940, hold some of the most extraordinary prehistoric art ever found, showcasing vivid depictions of animals like bison, horses, and deer. These paintings, estimated to be around 17,000 years old, provide a window into the distant past, but the original cave has been closed to the public due to concerns about preservation. The door to hell in Turkmenistan is a massive, fiery crater that has been burning for decades, its flames never ceasing to flicker in the harsh desert landscape. The crater was originally ignited by a Soviet drilling mishap in 1971, when engineers set the site on fire to prevent the spread of methane gas, never anticipating it would burn for so long. Now, it stands as a fiery, otherworldly spectacle, attracting curious visitors and scientists alike, as the flames continue to burn fiercely, with no end in sight. The Terracotta Warriors, discovered in 1974, are an awe-inspiring army of thousands of life-sized clay soldiers, horses, and chariots, all guarding the tomb of China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang. Each soldier is unique, with detailed facial expressions and clothing, showcasing the incredible craftsmanship of the ancient artisans who created them to protect the emperor in the afterlife. A daring adventurer attempts to squeeze into a cave within a cave, navigating through a very tight, narrow passage with only a small gap between the rocks.
You seem to be doing all right.
Yeah, I'm through the worst bit.
Okay. We can see the constriction there.
The space is so constricted that every movement requires careful calculation, and the sound of scraping against the walls echoes through the dark, creating an intense feeling of claustrophobia.
You can see the constriction, yeah, on your ass. That's where the constriction is. Okay.
Oh, there we go. It is very pretty.
A woman, standing in her bathroom wearing her glasses, notices a strange movement as a figure appears to peek through the bathtub sheets, sending a chill down her spine. Startled, she quickly pulls back the sheets, hoping to confront whatever was there, but finds the space empty, leaving her questioning what she had just seen. An incredible natural phenomenon unfolds as an ice tsunami, or ice shove, begins pushing massive sheets of ice onto the shoreline with unstoppable force.
Смотрите, что делается. Мы на Елабуге. Попёрло. Лед прет на берег. Вот оно. Камни. Смотри, как камни выворачивают. Вот она прет на берег.
The thick slabs of ice creep forward like a slow-motion wave, crushing anything in their path, fences, trees, and even parts of buildings under immense pressure. Onlookers can do nothing but watch and record in awe and disbelief as the frozen wall continues its advance, rumbling and cracking like a living entity made of ice.
Прямо вот нога, вот наступает. Вот оно идет прямо на меня, прямо на меня, прямо на меня, именно. Давай, давай.
Adventurers make their way across the Husini suspension bridge in Pakistan, a structure infamous for its extreme height, missing planks, and swaying instability. With each step, the wooden boards creak underfoot, and large gaps between them reveal the rushing river far below, adding to the terrifying challenge of crossing. Despite the danger, the bridge offers breathtaking views of the surrounding mountains, making it a risky yet unforgettable journey for those brave enough to take it on. A cave diver prepares carefully before squeezing into an incredibly narrow underwater passage, the walls pressing tightly around them as puddles glisten beneath the headlamp's beam. Breathing steadily, the diver inches forward through the tight corridor, with only a few inches of space between the rocky ceiling and the water-covered floor. Each movement is calculated as the diver navigates the claustrophobic path, surrounded by silence and shadows, deep in the heart of the cave. The Devil's Hole, whirlpool in British Columbia's Dent Rapids, churns violently as a result of powerful tidal shifts squeezing through a narrow marine passage. The water twists and crashes with relentless force, forming a massive, unpredictable whirlpool that threatens anything that dares get too close. This natural phenomenon showcases the ocean's raw power, drawing attention for both its danger and mesmerizing beauty. A haunting video shows a man exploring the deep, dark tunnels of the Paris catacombs alone, documenting eerie corridors lined with human bones.
It's very bizarre. These arrows point in a direction. Occasionally also, he stops to photograph a room full of bones, which means that he's very, very deep inside the catacombs. So basically, he's filming what he's seeing very deep inside the catacombs other than the point of view shots or pictures of the human bones, the catacombs for centuries.
As he ventures deeper, the silence becomes more intense, and faint sounds echo around him while he carefully scans the surroundings with his flashlight.
Suddenly, we hear his breathing get louder and louder, as though something was scaring him. He's frightened. Occasionally he stops, perhaps to try to decide which way to run among all the many different corridors. He's running faster and faster and faster, deeper and deeper into the catacombs. And all of a sudden, this video camera.
A group explored the abandoned Lemp Mansion caves, an underground system beneath St. Louis that remains off-limits to the public.
Are you okay with being on camera? I should ask. Okay.
As far as this opens.
All right.
Get through here, watch your head. Pipe up here. Don't knock your head off the pipe.
Get caught on something.
Okay.
Now this is Larry. He's the owner of the Darkness and the Lemp Haunted House. Now we're not going to tell people.
While venturing through the tunnels, they found massive chambers with eerie silence filling the air.
There's more.
Oh, wow.
So you're standing in a portion of the swimming pool right now.
So I've heard about this swimming pool.
Deeper inside, they uncovered remnants of old structures, even a very deep hole at the top of the cave, hinting at the cave's forgotten past.
Gosh, right?
I wouldn't step on the wood. There's a trench that will break through.
Wow, that is wild.
Yeah.
I could still see them making an alien movie down here.
A video captures the eerie beauty of the hanging coffins in Sagada, Philippines, showcasing the wooden caskets suspended high on a limestone cliff. The camera zooms in on the aged coffins, some cracked and weathered, still clinging to the rocks with wooden stakes and ropes. Thousands of crosses of all sizes stand clustered on a small hill in northern Lithuania, creating a powerful and haunting landscape known as the Hill of Crosses. Wind whistles softly through the metal and wooden structures, adding to the deeply spiritual and eerie atmosphere that defines this sacred site. A man explores an abandoned house when he notices a rag on the floor begin to shift unexpectedly near the window.
لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم.
As the rag drifts unnaturally, it suddenly crumbles into dust, leaving the man stunned by what he just witnessed.
ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم.
Before he can react, a door slams shut by itself deeper in the house, echoing eerily through the empty space.
بس المشكلة أنا أتوقع المشكلة كلها في الغرفة اللي فيها النار. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق.
A team of cave divers documents their journey as they pass the main restriction, leading into the depths of Jacob's Well cave system in Texas. The diver carefully maneuvers through the narrow entryway, surrounded by jagged limestone and low visibility, relying solely on torchlight and guidelines. A group of scientists and researchers explore the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, venturing deep into its restricted zones to document the infamous elephant's foot, a solid mass of corium and other materials formed during the 1986 meltdown. The camera reveals the eerie environment of the basement level, dimly lit and coated with radioactive residue as they approach the elephant's foot. The mass appears dense, glossy, and cracked like cooling lava, its presence still dangerously radioactive even decades later, a haunting reminder of the disaster. A group of hikers sets out to explore El Caminito del Rey, the once deadly pathway clinging to the steep walls of a narrow gorge in southern Spain. They carefully walk along the narrow wooden boardwalk, suspended hundreds of feet above the river below, the dramatic scenery and sharp drops offering both beauty and adrenaline. A small group of ghost hunters explores Chillingham Castle, one of the most haunted locations in England, known for its dark history and paranormal activity. While walking through the castle's dimly lit corridors, they remain silent and alert, taking in the eerie atmosphere and aged architecture. A video captures the narrow, cliffside path of Bolivia's infamous Death Road, where one wrong move could lead to a deadly plunge into the jungle below. The camera pans across the edge, showing the crumbling road with no guardrails and the steep drop-off just inches away. Mist and clouds hang low over the mountain, making the already dangerous road appear even more haunting and surreal. Footage from the Chernobyl disaster shows a Soviet helicopter flying near the reactor site before suddenly spinning out of control and crashing to the ground. The aircraft appears to clip a crane cable as it attempts a maneuver, leading to a fatal loss of stability mid-air. Smoke rises from the crash site as the camera zooms in, revealing the wreckage just meters from the still smoldering reactor. Explorers give a quick teaser look inside Loftus Hall, known as Ireland's most haunted house, located in County Wexford. The camera pans through shadowy corridors, showing aged furniture, faded portraits, and the eerie stillness of the abandoned mansion.